1,000 lights, 1,000 ways. We tune into signs, the soul oasis. Blessed be the path.
The spiritual meaning and symbolism of the barn owl introduction. Welcome back to our channel, Spiritual Meanings, where we cover everything spiritual. We're on a mission to reach 2,000 subscribers, and we're so grateful to have you aboard as part of the best spiritual community that's growing and learning together. Before we dive into today's fascinating topic, I want to thank you all for your wonderful comments on our previous videos. Without you, this channel wouldn't be possible. Remember to leave your thoughts in the comments section as we explore today's mystical creature, the mysterious barn owl. The barn owl, a creature of mystery, wisdom, and spiritual significance across countless cultures, with its heart-shaped face peering through the darkness and its silent flight through the night. This magnificent bird has captivated human imagination for millennia. Today, we're going to explore the profound spiritual meanings and symbolism behind the barn owl, uncovering secrets that go far beyond what meets the eye. Silent messenger. Unlike other owls with their distinctive hoots, the barn owl communicates through an eerie, otherworldly screech. This unique voice has earned it the nickname ghost owl in many cultures. This silence in flight but powerful voice represents our need to know when to remain quiet and when to speak our truth with force and conviction. Have you ever experienced a moment when staying silent was more powerful than speaking? Share your experiences in the comments below. Between worlds, ancient Celts believed barn owls served as messengers between our world and the spirit realm. Their ability to navigate perfectly in total darkness symbolizes seeing through illusions and deception. When a barn owl appears in your life, it might be guiding you to look beyond surface appearances and trust your intuition. The barn owl teaches us that sometimes what we cannot see with our physical eyes is more important than what stands before us. Feminine energy and intuition. In many indigenous traditions, the barn owl is associated with feminine energy, intuition, and the moon. Its white, luminous appearance connects it to lunar energy, representing our subconscious mind, dreams, and hidden wisdom. The barn owl encourages us to embrace our intuitive gifts and honor the divine feminine energy that exists within each of us, regardless of gender. This sacred wisdom reminds us that logic alone cannot guide our spiritual journey. Transformation through death. Perhaps one of the most profound aspects of barn owl symbolism is its association with death and rebirth. This doesn't refer to physical death, but rather the necessary endings that make way for new beginnings. In Egyptian mythology, the owl accompanied souls to the underworld, not as a harbinger of doom, but as a protective guide through transformation. When the barn owl appears during challenging times, it may be signaling that something needs to end so something greater can emerge. Ancient tale. The owl who changed fate. There's an ancient folk tale rarely shared about a village suffering from famine. Each night, a barn owl would appear at the window of a young woman who was the village healer. Everyone warned her that the owl was an omen of death, but she felt drawn to its presence. One night, she followed the owl deep into the forest, where it led her to a hidden spring with healing properties. The village was saved, and they learned that what they feared most became their salvation. I wonder, what are we misinterpreting as negative omens in our own lives? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Wisdom Keeper. While all owls symbolize wisdom, the barn owl specifically represents hidden knowledge and secret wisdom. Its presence in folklore often reveals truths that others cannot see. In Greek mythology, the owl was sacred to Athena, goddess of wisdom, but the barn owl specifically represented knowledge gained through darkness and shadow work, the wisdom that comes from facing our fears and integrating our shadow aspects. Guardian of sacred spaces. Barn owls typically make their homes in abandoned structures, particularly old barns and churches. This has given them spiritual significance as guardians of sacred spaces. Their presence in these locations was once seen as protective, keeping negative energies at bay. Some believe that having barn owl symbolism in your home creates spiritual protection. Has anyone experienced feeling protected by owl energy? Share your stories below. Dreams and visitations. When a barn owl appears in your dreams or crosses your path repeatedly, many spiritual traditions consider this highly significant. These appearances might signal a time of important revelations or indicate that ancestral wisdom is trying to reach you. Pay close attention to the circumstances and your emotions during these encounters. They often contain personalized messages meant specifically for you. Tack the misunderstood messenger. Throughout history, barn owls have been tragically misunderstood. In some medieval communities, they were nailed to barn doors to ward off evil. a practice born from fear rather than understanding. This reminds us how spiritual symbolism can be distorted through ignorance. Today, we have the opportunity to reclaim the true spiritual essence of these remarkable creatures and honor their divine purpose as messengers of wisdom and transformation. Balance of light and shadow. The barn owl's distinctive coloring, dark above and light below, perfectly symbolizes the balance between light and shadow within ourselves. Their ability to thrive in darkness while carrying light reminds us that our shadow aspects are not to be feared but integrated. This perfect harmony teaches us that spiritual growth comes not from eliminating our darkness, but from embracing all aspects of ourselves with compassion, heightened senses, and awareness. Did you know a barn owl can locate prey by sound alone in complete darkness? Spiritually, this represents developing our extrasensory perceptions and trusting information that comes through channels beyond our physical senses. The barn owl encourages us to develop our spiritual senses, those gut feelings, sudden insights, and inexplicable knowings that guide us toward our highest path. Connection to ancestors. In numerous shamanic traditions, barn owls serve as messengers from ancestral spirits. Their appearance might signal that your ancestors are trying to communicate important guidance or protection. Some believe that barn owls carry the souls of wise elders who continue to watch over their communities. Have you ever felt an ancestral presence during significant life moments? I'd love to hear about your experiences in the comments. Practical spiritual practices. If you feel connected to barn owl energy, there are several practices that can help you harmonize with its wisdom. Moonlight meditation, keeping a dream journal to record owl appearances, or creating an altar with feathers, ethically collected, never taken directly from birds, can all strengthen your connection. Remember that spiritual connection is highly personal. Trust what resonates most deeply with you, rather than following prescribed methods. Conclusion. As we conclude our journey into the spiritual meaning and symbolism of the barn owl, I hope you've gained new appreciation for these magnificent creatures and the profound wisdom they offer. Whether you've encountered a barn owl in person, dreams, or simply feel drawn to their energy, remember that spiritual messages often come in unexpected forms. The barn owl reminds us to embrace mystery, trust our intuition, and recognize that transformation often requires venturing into the unknown. Thank you so much for joining us today on Spiritual Meanings. Your presence in this community means everything to us as we grow and learn together. If you enjoyed this exploration, please like this video, leave your thoughts and experiences in the comments, and subscribe if you haven't already to join us on our journey to 2,000 subscribers. May the wisdom of the barn owl guide you through both light and shadow, and I'll see you in our next spiritual adventure.